Good morning everyone. Basta tayo guys ng Bible. Babalik na lang ako ng tulog maya. Napaaga tayo ng gising guys eh. Leviticus 19 and 20 and Matthew 27:51 to 66. Yung karugtong kahapon to guys. Saan ba kita ilalagay? Dito muna kita. Various laws. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak the entire assembly of Israel and say to them, Be holy, because I, the Lord your God, am holy. Each of you must respect his mother and father, and you must observe my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn to idols, or make gods of cast metals for yourselves. I am the Lord your God." Ang kulit ni Father God. Puro I am the Lord your God. When you sacrifice a fellowship offering to the Lord, sacrifice it in such way that it will be accepted on your behalf. It shall be eaten on the day you sacrifice it, or on the next day. Anything left over until the third day must be burned up. So, huwag na magpangatlong araw guys. Hanggang 2 araw lang pala pwede mo kainin yung leftover. Pag pangatlo, huwag na. Burn up mo na. If any of it's eaten on the third day, it is impure and will not be accepted. Whoever eats it will be held responsible because it has discredited what is holy to the Lord. That person must be cut off from his people. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not reap to the very edges of your field, or gather the gleaning of your harvest. Do not go over your vineyard a second time, or pick up the grapes that have fallen. Leave them for the poor and the alien. Oh. Yung mga nalalaglag guys, pabayaan na raw. Ano na siya, iiwan na siya sa mga mahirap at sa mga dayo. Pag hindi ka kasi Israelites, alien ang tawag sa'yo doon. I am the Lord your God. Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another. So ito yung mga ano guys, tandaan nyo yung mga commandments. Hanggang saan ba? Ang dami basahin nyo mula 11 hanggang 19 yata. Or 20. Maya, basahin natin isa-isa. Verse 11. Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another, do not swear falsely by my name, and so profane name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not defraud your neighbor or rob him. Do not hold back the wages of hired man overnight. Do not hold back the wages of a hired man overnight. Ano ibig sabihin noon? So, kailangan ibigay agad ang sahod. Do not curse the dull or put a stumbling block in front of the blind, but for you, God, I am the Lord. Do not prevent justice, do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. Do not go about spreading slander among your people. Do not do anything that endangers your neighbor's life. I am the Lord. Do not hate your brother in your heart. Rebuke your neighbor promptly, so you will not share in his guilt. Do not seek revenge or bear grudge. Hala, ako pa naman mapaganti. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against one of your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. Paano yung sinasabi niyo para na an eye for an eye, tooth for the tooth? Diba revenge yun? Verse 90 tayo guys. Pero nakalagay guys sa verse 18, do not seek revenge or bear any grudge against one of your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. Verse 19, keep my decrees. Hindi, reaction lang natin yun guys ha. Keep my decrees. Do not make different kinds of animals. Do not make different kinds of animals. Ano ibig sabihin naman ito? Do not make different kinds of animals. Do not plant your field with two kinds of seed. So, bawal yun. Para pag hinati yung field, ito kabilang side is mais, kabilang side is mani. Na nakalagay, do not plant your field with two kinds of seeds. So, kung plantation siya ng corn, ganun lang ba ibig sabihin nito? Walang ibang kahalo. Do not wear clothing woven of two kinds of material. Do not wear clothing woven of two kinds of material. If a man sleeps with a woman who is a slave girl, promised to another man but who has not been ransomed, or given her freedom, there must be due punishment. Allah. Yet they are not to be put to death because she had not been freed. The man, however, must bring a ram to entrust the tent of meeting, to goat offering to the Lord. So, ibig sabihin nito guys, hindi siya pwede doon sa helper, slave. Ay, di ba nga sila naging slave sila sa Egypt? But dito pinagbabawal. If a man sleeps with a woman who is a slave girl, promised to another man but who has not been ransomed, or given her freedom, there must be due punishment. Ay, hindi ko intindihin yan guys. Bahala na sila. With the ram of the... Kasi sila rin naman naging slave din sila. Nung panahon ng doon pa sila sa Egypt. Pero dito, pinagbabawal na makitulog doon sa sa slave girl. Sino ko nakausap ni Father? Ganito, naging slave kaya yung mga Israelites, di ba? Sa bagay, past na yan. With the ram of the... Pero syempre, na yun title na nila yun. Naging slaves sila ng Egypt. With the ram of the goat offering, the priest is to make atonement for him before the Lord for the sin he has committed, and his sin will be forgiven. When you enter the land and plant any kind of fruit tree, regard its fruit as forbidden. For 3 years you are to consider it forbidden. It must not be eaten. Huwag daw kainin hanggang 3 years. In the 4th year, all its fruit will be holy, an offering of praise to the Lord. But in the 5th year, you may eat its fruit, in the way you harvest will be increased. I am the Lord your God. Ang tagal, 5 years bago ko. Samantalang tayo nagtatanim tayo, ani agad. Forbidden kasi siya for 3 years. Tapos pagdating ng 4 years naman kay Father God siya. So, 5 hanggang 5th year ka palang makakakain. Do not eat any meat with the blood still in it. Yeah, yes. May mga dugo-dugo pa guys. Do not practice divination or sorcery. Huwag daw kakainin talaga yung sa verse 26 yun na. Chapter 19 ng Leviticus. So, kung gusto mo talaga palang guys, yung mga batas, Basahin mo yung buong Exodus tsaka Leviticus. Napakaraming batas. Tapos dagdagan pa ng pambatas ng pantao natin. Marami tayong congressman tsaka senator ng batas. Ay napakarami na. Tapos, verse 27. Do not cut the hair at the sides of your head or clip off the edges of your beard. Ako pa naman, ginapitan ko yung sarili ko. Alam mo yung sinisira mo lang talaga. Parang, hindi, alam ko na nga hindi ako marunong magupit. Ginapitan ko pa. Ayan, nasira. Kaya kita mang iksi-iksi na ng buhok ko, guys. Haba yan ginapitan ko. Do not cut the hair at the sides of your head or clip off the edges of your beard. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. Oh, paano yun? Maraming nagpapatattoo. Ayan sa verse 28, guys. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. So, bawal magpatato, guys. Sa verse 29. Sa verse 28 yun Sa verse 29 na tayo. Do not degrade your daughter by making her a prostitute, or the land will turn to prostitution and be filled with wickedness. Observe my Sabbaths and have reverence. Observe my Sabbaths. Nilalayo ko na yung mata ko para makita ko, guys. Pang social distancing mata ko. 30. Observe my Sabbath and have reverence for my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Do not turn the mediums or seek out spiritists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. So, bawal din yung mga spiritista dyan. Ano ba yan? Yung tatawag tayo ng medium para makausap yung mga kaluluwa, bawal yan. Ayan sa verse 31. Do not turn to medium or seek out spiritists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Rise in the presence of the aged, show respect for the elderly, and revere your God. I am the Lord. When an alien lives with you in your land, do not mistreat him. The alien living with you must be treated as one of your native born. Love him as yourself, for you were aliens in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. So sabi na sa inyo hindi lang sila alien, naging slave pa doon sa Egypt. Do not use dishonest. Kaya nga iniisip ko, guys. Kasi buong Bible, puro Israel lang talaga ang kinakausap ni Father God dito. Paano yung ibang nation? Paano yung ibang country? Sino ang God nila? Diba? Katulad ng Egypt. Sino ang God ng Egypt? Bakit hindi isinali ni Father God para i-worship siya? Tapos, kumbaga sa parang itong Bible, iniisip ko tuloy, parang history ng Israel. Reaction ko lang yun, guys. Kasi lahat ng prophet dito, Israel ang tinatakal nila. Wala nang kita mo, nababanggit man ng Egypt, pero hindi niya sinabi na wino-worship siya ng Egypt. So, ibig sabihin, may ibang God ang Egypt, ganun. Paano yung ibang country din? May iba rin sigurong God yun. Yun pala, isipin sa akin yan habang nagbabasa ako ng ito. Tagal na tayo nagbabasa, naka 4 months na tayo So, parang ganun. Parang history talaga siya ng Israel, guys. Do not use this honest standard. Sa verse 35 na tayo. Do not use these honest standards when measuring length, weight, or quantity. Use honest scales and honest weights and honesty and and honest him. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt. O nga, siya nga nag-alis sa kanila. Keep all my decrees and all my laws and follow them. I am the Lord. Punishment for sin. Sa chapter 20 na tayo. The Lord said to Moses, say the Israelites, any Israelite or any alien living in Israel who gives any of his children to Molech must be put to death. The people of the community are to stone him. I will set my face against that man, and I will cut him off from his people. For by giving his children to Molech, he has defiled my sanctuary and profaned my holy name. If the people of the community close their eyes, when that man gives one of his children to Molech and they fail to put him to death, I will set my face against that man and his family. I will cut off from their people both him and all who follow him in prostituting themselves to Molech. Ito kasi yung human, ano ba to? Human. Nag-google ko na itong Molech na to. Nakalimutan ko. Pero nabasa ko na yan. I will set my face against the person who turns. Ano ko na yan sa Google. Na-google ko na yan kahapon. Nakalimutan ko lang. I will set my face against the person who turns. Tingnan natin yung Google dito. Ay, wag na. Ang haba na ng oras natin. Kayo na lang mag-google, guys. I will set my face against the person. Nakita ko kasi, ayan, 16 na. Wala pa tayo sa New Testament. I will set my face against that person who turns to medium expertise to prostitute himself by following them, and I will cut him off from his people. Consecrate yourselves and be holy, because I am the Lord your God. Keep my decrees and follow them. I am the Lord who makes you holy. If anyone curses his father or mother, he must be put to death. Allah. He has cursed his father or his mother, and his blood will be on his own head. Verse 10 ng chapter 20, guys, Leviticus. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, with the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress must be put to death. Ayun. So, parehong mamamatay. If a man sleeps with his father's wife, he has dishonored his father. Both the man and the woman must be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. Kamatayan talaga katapat, guys. If a man sleeps with his daughter-in-law, both of them must be put to death. What they have done is a perversion. Their blood will be on their own heads. If a man lies with a man as one lies with a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. They must be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. If a man marries both a woman and her mother, it is wicked. Both he and they must be burned in the fire. Allah. Susunugin, so that the wickedness will be among you. If a man has sexual relations with an animal, he must be put to death, and you must kill the animal. Excuse me. Sa verse 16 na tayo, guys. If a woman approaches an animal to have sexual relations with it, grabe naman. Kill both the woman and the animal. They must be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. Anong animal naman ang isi-sexual mo? If a man marries his sister, wala, naisip ko lang. Natawa ako sa sarili kong binabasa. Excuse me. Uh, if a man sana tayo guys 17. If a man marries his sister, the daughter of either his father or his mother, and they have sexual relations, it is a disgrace. Ito na nga sinasabi ko. Bawal siya. Pero bakit pinapayagan niyo po nung araw? Eh, di ba si Israel, tsaka yung angka ni Israel is, ano yan? Yung umpisa talaga is magpinsa naman yung asawa niya. Anak yun ng kapatid ni, alam ko magkakamag-anak sila, Father God. Lagi ko nga sinasabi si Abraham din, ganun din. Yung umpisa ng Israel, guys, paano sila dumami? Di ba magkakamag-anak sila? Bago sila dumami, anak ng kapatid ng tatay nila na pangasawa niya. Parang ganun. So, bakit dito bawal na? Israelite ang pinagsasabihan niya nito. Ang roots ng Israelite is ganun, di ba? Si Jacob is Israel yan eh. So, yung angka ni Jacob, magkakamag-anak yan. Bahala na yung mga expert dyan. Kasi contradict guys eh. Conflict masyado. Kung sasabihin niya ito, if a man marries his sister, the daughter of either his father or his mother, so ibig sabihin kahit half-sister, bawal. And they have sexual relation, it is a disgrace. Siyempre, magkaroon ng sexual relation, paano kayo magkakaroon ng anak kung wala kayong sexual relations, diba? They must be cut off before the eyes of their people. He has dishonored his sister and will be held responsible. If a man lies with a woman during her monthly period and has sexual relations, parang inulit lang to kahapon guys. Nabasa na rin natin to eh. Yung ganitong pag may monthly period ang babae. If a man lies with a woman during her monthly period and has sexual relations with her and has exposed the source of her flow, and she has also uncovered it, both of them must be cut off from their people. Do not have sexual relations with a sister of either your mother or your father, for that would dishonor a close relative, but you would be held responsible. Naulit dito sa verse 17 guys. Verse 17 tsaka verse 20 pareho. Verse 19. Verse 19 tsaka verse 17 pareho, halos yan. If a man sleeps with his aunt, iniisa-isa talaga eh. If a man marries his sa verse 20 tayo. If a man sleeps with his aunt, he has dishonored his uncle. They will be held responsible. They will die childless. Allah. If a man marries his brother's wife, it is an act of impurity, has dishonored his brother. They will be childless. So, papasok siya sa adultery. Papasok siya sa verse 10. Kaya lang talaga paulit-ulit lang talaga siya. Keep all my decrees and laws and follow them, so that the land where I am bringing you to live may not vomit you out. You must not live according to the customs of the nations I am going to drive out before you, because they did all these things. I abhorred them. But I said to you, you will possess their land. I will give it to you as an inheritance, a land flowing with milk and honey. Ito talaga pinakagusto ko dito eh. Flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who has set you apart from the nations. You must therefore make a distinction between clean and unclean animals, and between unclean and clean birds. Do not defile yourselves by any animal or bird or anything that moves along the ground. Those which I have set apart as unclean for you, you are to be holy to me, because I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from the nations to be my own. A man or woman who is a medium or spiritist among you must be put to death. Hala, yung mga spiritista put to death daw. You are to stone. Wala, babatuhin talaga. You are to stone them. Their blood will be on their own heads. Ay, ano mo na yun, pabaya mo na yun sa mga expert. Yung, hindi ko maano yung spiritist. He had to be stoned after the You are to stone them. Their blood will be on their own heads. Ayan guys, sa verse 27. A man or woman who is a medium or spiritist among you must be put to death. You are to stone them. Babatuhin mo raw sila hanggang sa mamatayan. Sakit niyan. Dapat, Father God, kung mayroong death penalty, yung isang lang, yung hindi maramdaman yung sakit. Mga parusa nung araw, puro kamatayan. Wala na kaming ngayon wala kaming death penalty. Matthew 27 verse 51 to tayo? Dalawang hati lang siya 66 verse 51 to 66. Ikot pa ako ng ikot ng papel. Andito lang pala sa harap ko. Ay, may anuhin ako sa inyo guys. 'Di ba bawal yung dura. Pag yung marumi siya, unclean siya kay Father God pagka may dura, dapat maligo ka agad, 'di ba? Or magpalit ng damit. Or wash the clothes daw. Naalala nyo yun? Yung, ano ba yung noong araw? Ano ba yung, natandaan nyo ba yan? May ibabalikan lang tayo guys sa Leviticus verse, yung yung discharges causing uncleanness. Ayan, sa verse 8 ng 15. Basahin nyo nga ulit. If the man with the discharge spits on someone who is clean, that person must wash his clothes and bath with water, and he will be unclean till evening. Naalala nyo guys, si Jesus, di ba dinuruan siya ng mga soldiers? Di ba? Ito. Sa verse 30. They spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. Inulit ko lang yung kahapon na binasa natin guys. They spit on him and took the staff and struck him on the head again and again. So, ibig sabihin guys, nung dinuruan si Jesus ng mga tao na to, unclean tong mga to. Paano makaka-wash ng clothes si Jesus at makakapag-bath, maligo, namatay na nga siya. So, ibig sabihin, namatay ba siya ng marumi? Kasi unclean yun doon sa Old Testament Inaano ko lang yung spit on him. Ganun din dito sa verse 8 ng chapter 15 ng Leviticus. Paki-explain mga expert po sa Bible, please. Yan po ang tanong natin. Is Jesus died unclean? Kasi dinuruan po siya ng mga ng mga nagpako sa kanya sa cross. Yun, tanong lang po yun. Ay, napaka-meticulosa talaga, no? Iniisa-isa talaga. Lagpas 30 na tuloy. Okay lang guys, tara. Umpisa na tayo sa 51. At that moment, the curtain, hindi, tanong lang yun sa mga expert. Kung masagot, salamat po. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was turned into at that moment, sa 51 guys, at that moment, the curtain of the temple was turned into from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks split. The tombs broke open and the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. O talaga, nabuhay yung mga napatay. Yung mga ano lang, yung mga matitino lang. Mga holy people lang siya. And the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs, and after Jesus' resurrection, they went into the holy city and appeared to many people. Alam, may nahalo ng ano, yung mga dating patay guys, nabuhay. So, hindi lang si Jesus ang nag-resurrection. Yung mga marami pa ng huling tao, mga banal na tao na nabuhay din. When the centurion, so hindi lang si Jesus ang nabuhay in that time guys. Kasi na-broke yung mga ano, yung mga libingan. Tapos, nabuhay yung mga banal na patay. Sa verse ano yun guys verse 53, they came out of the tombs. So yun, nabuhay sila. When the centurion and those with him, so ibig sabihin may mga kahalo tayo ngayong mga patay na. Pero walang nagtitestify. Sino kaya ang pwedeng mag-testify ngayon? When the centurion of those with oh my God, stop. Nabutan tayo ng alarm. Hinto na kaya tayo at matulog na lang ulit ako. Sabado naman ngayon. Sa totoong araw. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake. Guarding Jesus. Ayan. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely, Biwa was the Son of God." Huli na. Pinatay yun eh. Many women were there, watching from a distance. They had followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Jose, and Moses, and the mother of Zebedee's sons. Mother of James and Joseph pala. J-O-S-A-S. And the mother of Zebedee's sons. Jesus is laid in the tomb. Jesus is laid in the tomb. As evening approached, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who had himself become a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for Jesus' body, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. So, hiningi nila yung body. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he had cut out of the rock. He rolled a big stone in front of the entrance to the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting there opposite the tomb. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting there opposite the tomb. Ang paborito nila yung Mary'ng pangalan. Guards are posted at the tomb. Kasi nakalagay, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting there opposite the tomb. Guards are posted at the tomb. Excuse me. Ibig sabihin nito, hinto na talaga tayo. Konti na lang, malapit na. 62. The next day, the one after preparation day, the chief priest and the Pharisees went. Ay, pwede bang uminom muna ako? 4 na verse na lang, nagluloko pa tayo ng pagbabasa, oh. Mali-mali. Ganyan talaga, guys. Ibig sabihin, pang 2 chapter lang talaga ang boses ko. Ay, the next day, verse 62. The next day, the one after preparation day, and chief priest and the Pharisees went to Pilate. Sir, they said, we remember that while he was still alive, that deceiver said, after 3 days I will rise again. So give the order for the tomb to be made secure until the 3rd day. Otherwise, his disciple may come and steal the body and tell the people that he has been raised from the dead. Tamang hinala tong mga Pharisees na to. Nanakawin daw yung body. This last deception will be worse than the first. Take a guard, Pilate answered. Go make the tomb as secure as you know how. So they went and make the tomb secure by putting a cell on the stone and posting the guard. So okay na siya, guys. Sinecure na nila yung tomb ni Jesus para daw hindi manakaw ang body. Mga tamang hinalang at mga Pharisees na to. Okay guys, bye everyone. God bless.